प्रेम से बोलो श्री सिद्धि विनायक स्वामी की जय. Jai Sitaram, everybody. All right, let me try back that again. Jai Sitaram, everybody. Right, a little bit better now. So today, my dear devotees, on this very wonderful and auspicious time of Father's Day, we are indeed very much blessed and happy to be a part of this wonderful pujan, where this wonderful child, Demitri, is about to enter within yet a new stage within his life by coming initiated. And in so doing, as we are able to look around, we see that the vast amount of preparations that has indeed been done by parents and by loved ones and so forth to give this child that very wonderful position in a Sanatanist home. So as we are about to commence, my dear devotees, let us all now assume that mode of prayer. Come, Papa, you take this rice and flowers in your hands. And as we hold this in our hands, my dear devotees, we meditate upon the divine form of Bhagavan, Shri Ganapati Baba or Devi Saraswati Mata. As we perform these invocation mantras, as we ask of their blessings to be upon us time and time again. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charna Kamalabhyo Namaha. Om Bhadrang Karne Bhishrumayam Deva Bhadrang Bashyarmakcha Bhiriya Jatra Stire Rangai Stushova Gum Swasarnabhi Rashimadeva Hitam Yathayu Om Apa Vitra Pavitrova Sarvar Sangato Pivam Yasamaret Pundarthikaksham Suvabhyantarah Suchihi Om Swasti na Indro Vridhasvara Swastirana Pusha Vishwaveda Swastirana Staksho Adhishanaimi Swastirano Vridhasvadardharatu Payaha Pratibhyam Payaushadhishu Payodibhya Antarakshara Payordhaha Payasavati Pradishah Sandormahyam Shri Vishnu Ratmasara Vishnu Shnapatastora Vishnu Surasara Vishnu Masidruvase Vishnumasi Vishnave Tvam Aganir Devata Vato Devata Suryo Devata Chandrama Devata Vasavo Devata Rudro Devata Aditya Devata Marto Devata Vishwe Deve Devata Vridhasparandro Devatam Varano Devata Om Shanyo Mitra Shanvarna Shanno Bhaudvaryamam Shanno Indra Vidaspari Shanno Vishnu Rukrama Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Hrutam Varishami Satyam Varishami Tanmam Avatu Tadvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mama Vaktaram Avashrotaram Avadataram Avadhataram Havarnushyan Shishyate Om Dhyau Shandir Antariksha Gum Shandir Prithviya Shandir Ardapah Shandir Raushadhaya Shandir Vanaspataya Shandi Vishwadeva Shandi Brahma Shandir Sarvayom Shandi Shandireva Shandi Sama Shandirdi Sushandir Bhavatu Principal Sri Siddhi Vinayaka Swami Ki Jai Shri Saraswati Mata Ki Jai. All 5 flowers on rice by the Murtis, bow and sit down. Use your right hand, okay? Very nice. All right, so you may be seated. All right, so come, Papa. Now we wash your hands. Om Govindaya Namaha. Hastamura, your hands together. Samarpayam. Put the right hand on top of your left hand. All right, good. Drink the water now. Om Keshivaya Swaha. Again, Madhavaya Swaha. Once more, Namo Narayana Swaha. Wash hands. Govindaya Namaha. So after we are able to wash hands, you dry it up. No, that's good, Bhai. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just shorten it out a bit here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. So let me see your right hand. Kushastam Bhatakam Pavatre Astora Vaishnabhyau Savitur Prasva Uttapunam. Bandhyami Rakshami Mahyachalam Mahyachalam. Very good. Let's pull back out. Right. So now you take these flowers in your hands. So, my dear devotees, as we take this in our hands, we firstly and foremost meditate upon the divine form of Shri Ganesh Bhagwan. You see, Ganapati Bhagwan is known as Pratham Pujya, which basically means that he is the first to be worshipped out of 33 million forms of God. Therefore, by giving that highest honor and that highest respect, he is known as Vignaharta, the one that is able to remove the troubles, the barriers, and whatever obstacles that there may be. So today, as we are about to enter into this new direction of spiritual upliftment and spiritual realization, we call upon the blessings of Bhagavan Shri Ganapati Baba to be upon us, to grant to each and every one of us happiness, strength, and furthermore remove whatever obstacles that there may be. So we clasp our hands together. We now close our eyes. We meditate upon Bhagavan Shri Ganapati Baba. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Vigneshwaraya Varadaya Surapriyaya Lambodharaya Sakala Jagadvitaya Nagananathaya Sruti Yagya Vibhushataya Gauri Sutaya Gananathaya Namo Namaste Om Mahaganapataye Namah Siddhi Vinayaka Swami Ki Jai. Offer to Ganesh Bhagavan and bow. When you're offering the flowers, offer it very neat and nicely. Very nice. So now you take these bay leaves, you take these flowers as well. So now we also focus our attention onto Bhagavan Sadashiva. In any puja that we are doing, Bhagavan Shankar's worship has to be done. You see, a long time ago, Prajapati Daksh, who was at one point in time, the father-in-law of Bhagavan Shankar, he invited Bhagavan Shankar at one point to do a yagna, to be a part of a yagna. So what he did is Prajapati Dakshi did the yagna and he placed Bhagavan Shankar upon a height. And he would make offerings into the Havan Kund. Now remember, he never liked Bhagavan Shiva. Right? Because he saw that Bhagavan Shiva, he would live in the cremation grounds. He would be, amongst ghosts and amongst goblins and really, really ugly kind of people. Right? So it so happened that when everyone was able to witness this yagna, Bhagavan Shankar as well as his wife at that time, Sati, both of them were seated. When the yagna came to an end, the devatas came out from the Havan Kund and they presented the offerings to Bhagavan Shankar. Now Daksh became very, very angry with that. And he's asking, he says, I never made as much as one offering to Lord Shiva. So why is it that you all are giving him that? They said to Daksh, this says Prabhu, if Lord Shiva does not approve of these offerings, then we cannot accept it. So that is why in any puja that we are doing, Bhagavan Shiva worship has to be done as well. So as I recite the following mantras, I want you to clasp your hands together. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about Bhagavan Shiva. And I want you to recite that mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Dhyaye Nityam Mahesham Radhajatakirnibha Charu Chandravatansam Ratnangal Punjulangam Varushamaka Bardhabhiti Asta Prasannam Pardamasena Samandartha Sutamamari Vyagiratvam Vasanam Vishwardhyam Vishwabhija Nikila Bhaya Haranam Panchavaktram Trinetram Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Mahapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Over to Lord Shiva. Offer it just how it is, offer just so. Put it just so. Put it just so. Very nice. So now we meditate upon Shri Gauri Mata. And as we call upon the blessings of Sri Gauri Mata, Radhe Mata, whatever little that we have within our lives, allow to last us a very long period of time. We humbly pray to you, Mateshwari, to allow the little that we have to continuously growing within our lives so that we will be able to have to give to you and to give to those less fortunate. Om Gauri Padma Sachi Medha Savitri Vijaya Jaya Devi Sena Swadhaya Swahaya Lokamata Rudhiti Tushti Pushti Kare Devi Shri Ganesh Nath Ke Shri Gauri Mata Namo Upashatam Ek Baat Bolu Shri Gauri Mata Ki Jai. Gauri. Again. Yes, son of Albert. The mommy and daddy push it up. Right. So now we meditate upon the divine form of Sri Kalsa Devata. If someone comes to you and they ask you, Demitri, why is it that you're praying to that vessel of water? Do you know? No? Okay. It's very, very simple. You see, a lot of people, they don't understand as to why is it that we do what in puja. Right? But they just continuously following that laws and norms without questioning. But a kalsa, my dear devotees, is a symbolism of Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Right? The inner part of the kalsa is a symbolism of this physical world. That is why it is filled three-quarter with water. You see, whenever a Sanatanist prays, they do not only pray for themselves, but they also pray for the betterment of the world. So the inner part of the kalsa is a symbolism of this physical world. The inner part of the kalsa is this physical world, and the outer part has three junctions, the mouth, the neck, and the base. And at these three junctions, according to the mantra, it says, Kalasya Mukhe Vishnu. So Mukhe, which means mouth, is Bhagwan Sri Vishnu. Kande Rudra Sramasta, the throat is Rudra Bhagwan Shiva. And at the base, there are Brahmadev. Beyond that as well, there are other articles or other entities that we worship, such as rivers, such as books, such as plants, such as animals that holds a very high rank within our lives for spiritual growth. So in so doing, we humbly ask of the blessings of all of these articles and all of these entities to also be a part of our puja. Om Galasya Mukhe Vishnu Kande Rudrashamasta Mula Tattarasitor Brahmar Matre Ganasmita Kuksho Sagar Sarasaptadipava Sundartha Gaveda Tahya Jurvedam Samavedi Atarvanamangischa Setal Kalashandu Samashrita Ekabad Bulushi Kalashakumbha Devata Ki Jai. Offer it inside of the Kalsa. The tree flowers. Put the tree flowers inside. One time. Put the tree one time. Deva Devese Javardasi Jagatapate Kriya Manyaya Maya Grihanam Parameshwaram Hari Om. So now we also invoke the blessings of Sri Prithvi Mata. And as we humbly ask of you, Hey Mother Earth, to also be a part of our pujan, to bless us. It is true that grace of yours, we are able to have food, we are able to have grains and all of these various articles. Mata, every single day of our life, we sin unto you, yet still and for all you are indeed so beautiful, you are indeed so merciful, that you continuously provide for each and every one of us home, food, shelter, and so forth. Mata, be a part of our puja. Accept these gifts, accept these offerings. Om Nityananda Kari Vara Bhaya Kari Saundharya Ratna Kari Nirghotari Naghora Pavana Kari Pratyaksha Maheshwari Pralaya Jalavamsa Pavana Kari Kashi Puradeshwari Bhiksham Dehi Kripavalamban Kare Mata Annapurneshwari Sri Prithvi Mata Namo Dhyanam Samarpayami. Bolo Sri Prithvi Mata ki Panli Fanbao. Very good. Take this in your hand now. So now in front of us we have these 9 pan leaves. These 9 pan leaves, which happens to be a symbolism of the Navagraha Devatas. We call upon these Navagraha Devatas as well to also be a part of our pujan. We humbly ask of you that if there are any unforeseen circumstances within our lives, to kindly remove them. Om Japa Kusum Samgasham Gashabeyam Mahaditim Tamuram Sarva Papaganam Branatosmi Divakradam Tadishangatu Sarabham Shirodhana Samabhavam नमामि शशिनं शम्भुर्मुकुटभूषणं धरणिगर्भसम्भूतं विद्युत्कान्तिसमाप्रभं कुमारशक्तिहस्तं तामङ्गलं प्रणमाम्यं प्रियङ्गुकलिकाशमृदूपेन प्रततं बुद्धिं सौम्य सौम्यं गुणपीतं तं बुद्धिं प्रणमाम्यं देवानां चरिष्णं गुरुं कञ्चाशन्निर्दिभं बुद्धिभूतं त्रिलोकेशं तं नमामि बृहस्पतिं हेमकुण्डमालाभदैत्य आनं परं गुरुं सर्वशास्त्रप्रोक्तारं भार्गवं प्रणमाम्यं नीलाजासं वासं पुत्रयमागजं छायामार्दण्डसमद्भूतं तं नमामि शनैश्वरमर्दकामहावीरं चन्द्रदैताविमर्दनं सिंहिकागर्भसम्भूतं ताम्रहौम्यं प्रणमामि पलाशप्रशङ्कास्तारकमस्तकं रौद्रं रौद्रमाक्तं गूढं केतुं प्रणमामि त्रिव्यासमुक्तद्गीत्यर्पतेतं सुष्मदिव्यावाराति वारभक्तिर्मूर्ति नवग्रहदेवते ध्यानं समर्पयामि बोलो श्री नवग्रह देवता की जय sprinkle it onto the 9 palm leaves sprinkle the rice onto the 9 palm leaves very nice. Very good. So now, my dear devotees, after we are able to recite these various mantras and welcome Bhagavan upon this beautiful deity, within our midst, I feel very, very honored to have my very wonderful younger brother, Narad ji, and his entire wonderful group. And I think that I would be feeling in my duty, they're over here with all of their wonderful instruments, and I feel very, very honored to have all of these wonderful guys. So I believe that, most respectfully to pass over to you guys who would also assist us in our spiritual development, on our journey to a spiritual realization. So as myself, as well as this wonderful Shishya is performing this puja, they would also give us bhajans.
Special thanks, Bhaiji, to all those who've come to join and to be a part of this most beautiful ceremony. Today we are witnessing what we call the Gurudiksha Sanskar, a very powerful ritual in the life of every individual and every child, most importantly, as we tune the heart, the mind and the consciousness of the child towards the Divine Lord, having a preceptor, having a guru alongside, to travel through the journey of life in this most appropriate way. We now join in worship as we begin our beautiful morning, and we join in salutations to Lord Ganesha. Om Shri Saraswate Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Nagendraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Narayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Namaha. Om Namo Paramatmane Namaha. Gananata Gajavadana Gananata Dinavadana Gananata Gajavadana Gananata Dinavadana Gananata Gajavadana Gananata Dinavadana. Repeat salutations to Lord Ganesha. Siddhidata Shiva Tanaya. Oh Siddhidata Shiva Tanaya. Siddhi Pradayaka Gajanana. Siddhi Pradayaka Gajanana. Parvati Nandana Bhavabhaya Vanjana पार्वती नंदन भवभय वंदन युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेश युग युग वंदन जय श्री गणेश गणनाथा गजवदना गणनाथा भीमवदना गजवदना गणनाथा दीनवदना गणनाथा दीनवदना गणनाथा दीनवदना अष्टविनायक मंगलदायक अष्टविनायक मंगलदायक अष्टविनायक मंगलदायक सिद्धिविनायक मोरया अष्टविनायक मंगलदायक सिद्धिविनायक मोरया श्री गणराया जय गणराया श्री गणराया जय गणराया ओम गम गणपते नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया मंगल मूर्ति मोरया 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 ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः We hand over once more to Panditji. But this time, we would notice that Panditji is performing the most beautiful offerings of Shoda Upachar Puja to different deities on the Bedi, on the altar that we've prepared with love. And while the ceremony continues to take place at this time, while the Yagyu Pavitra has been offered, after Chandan, the Hardi, the Sindur, we continue with beautiful chants to our Lord. मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयुक्तमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये नगरी हो अयोध्या से रघुकुल सगराना हो चरण हो राघव के जहाँ मृतिकाना हो चरण हो राघव के जहाँ मेरा ठिकाना हो नगरी हो अयोध्या से रघुकुल सगराना हो चरण हो राघव के जहाँ मेरा ठिकाना हो चरण हो राघव से जहाँ मेरा ठिकाना हो लक्ष्मण सा भाई हो, लक्ष्मण सा भाई हो, स्वामी तुम जैसे करहो मेरा रघुराई हो, स्वामी तुम जैसा की हो मेरा रघुराई से हो। नगरी से अयोध्या सी रघुकुल सगराना हो, जहाँ मेरा ठिकाना हो चरण हो राघव की। भरत जैसे सीता सनारी हो, लव कुश के जैसे संतान हमारे हो, लव कुश जैसे जैसे संतान हमारे हो। नगरी हो अयोध्या से रघुकुल सगराना हो, चरण हो राघव की जहाँ मेरा ठिकाना। मेरे जीवन नया हो प्रभु राम कवैया हो, राम कृपा की सदा मेरा सिर पे छाया हो, राम कृपा की सदा मेरा सिर पे छाया हो। नगरी हो अयोध्या सी रघुकुल से घराना हो, चरण हो राघव के जहाँ मेरा ठिकाना हो, चरण राघव में जहाँ मेरा ठिकाना हो। नगरी हो अयोध्या सी रघुकुल सगराना हो, चरण हो राघव के जहाँ मेरा ठिकाना हो, चरण हो राघव के जहाँ मेरा ठिकाना हो। वंदे देव उमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारिणीं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिं। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। समय एकटा राजग बोले, जल थल नभ में मधुर से भोले। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओ नमः शिवाय। समय एकता राजग बोले, जल थल नभ में मधुर से भोले। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओ नमः शिवाय। जग के दुख संताप बड़े मनवा, जग तुझको कर पाए। ओम नमः शिवाय। मोह माया के जूते बंधन, जब तुझको कर पाए। जब नाम कैसे होले होले। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। जब तक मोही सच्चा सुख है, क्या लेना चल बंसी। पतित पावन नाम है उसकी, उसके नाम के जल से जीवन की चदरिया बोली। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओ नमः शिवाय। ओ नमः शिवाय। Salutations to Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Om राम एक एकटा राजग बोले जल तल नभ में मधुर से बोले ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय। जय गोपी जान वल्लभा जय गोपी जान वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंजवी आरी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंजवी आरी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनारंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनारंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनारंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनारंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंजई हरे। राधे गोविंदा Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Radhe Govinda. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjan, Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjan, Yamuna Tira, Yamuna Tira, Yamuna Tira, Vanachari, Yamuna Tira, Vanachari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihar, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Gopi Janavalabha, Giridharadhari, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Gopi Janavalabha, Giridharadhari, Jaya Gopi Janavalabha, Giridharadhari, Jaya Gopi Janavalabha, Giridharadhari. Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Vihari, Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Vihari. जीवाने मराने गाटी युगाला की सो जीवाने मराने गाटी युगाला किशोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोर जोगाला किशोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोर योगाला किशोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोर योगाला किशोर जीवाने मराने गते युगाला किशोर जीवाने मराने गति युगाला किशोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोर युगाला किशोर. Glories to Bhagwan Shri Krishna on this beautiful day of the Sanskar. कालिंदेरा कोले केले कर मेरा वाना कालिंदेरा कोले केले कर मेरा वाना रतना विधीरा ऊपर रतना विधीरा ऊपर बसो बात जाना जीवाने माराने गटे अरना के मोह राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोर योगाला किशोर श्यामागारी अंगा दिबो चानारेर नगानरा श्यामागारी अंगा दिबो चानारेर नगानरा श्यामारा धुला बुकावे चनरा दोला बुकावे तेरे मुख चंदा जीवाने मराने गाटे अरणा ही मोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोर युगला किशोर राधा कृष्ण प्राण मोर युगला किशोर ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ग्लोरीज टू भगवान श्री कृष्ण वैष्णव जन तो तिनी कहिए जे पीर पराई जानी रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान ना आनी रे वैष्णव जन तो तिनी कहिए पीर पराई जानी रे राधे गोविंदा सकल वाचता मन निष्ठल राखी वाचता मन निष्ठल राखी धन धन जननी तिनी रे वैष्णव जन तो तिनी कही रे वीर पराई जानी रे वैष्णव जन तो तिनी नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. We hand over to you once more, Panditji.
Prem se bolo Sri Siddhi Vinayak Swami ki jai. So my dear devotees, as you all are listening to this very wonderful and inspirational bhajans, myself as well as this wonderful Shrota was able to perform pujan to Shri Ganesh Bhagwan, Gauri Mata, Bhagwan Sadashiva, Lakshmi Mata, Prithvi Mata, Navagraha Devata, and we also installed Shri Agni Devata. So in so doing, my friends, after we were able to perform the Suras Upcharu, the 16 forms of pujan, the 16 steps of worship towards these wonderful deities, now we are able to perform Prarthana to them. So after we are able to worship Shri Ganesh Bhagwan and perform Prarthana onto him, now we focus our attention onto Bhagwan Sadashiva. And as we recite that beautiful mantra, Om Namah Shivaya within our minds, we ask the blessings of Bhagavan Shankar Prabhu, for you are known as Ashitosh, which means that you are indeed pleased very quickly. But just as how you are pleased very quickly, you are also displeased as fast. We humbly ask you, Prabhu, as we make these offerings in your name and in your honor, to kindly accept it and to bless us. So, Demitri, clasp your hands together, close your eyes, recite that Panchakshari mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Ratnaya Kalapitam Anasam Vimajale Snanam Jadivyambaram Nana Ratna Vibhushitam Rigamada Muda Kitakachandanam Chati Chambaka Bilva Patrachatam Bushpam Jadupam Data Deepam Devadayanidhe Pashupate Ratkalpitam Grihiyatam Sovarane Navaratna Kandarachite Patre Gratam Bayasam Bhaksham Panchavidham Vayurdadiyutam Brahma Palamapanakam Shakanamayutam Jalam Ruchikardam Garapurda Kando Jalam Tambulam Mansamaya Virachitam Bhaktyam Prabhu Svikuru Chatram Jamarayodyugam Yajanakam Jadarshakam Nirmalam Veena Vedamridanga Kahalakala Gitam Janityam Tata Sashtangam Pranatistutir Bahuvidhaye Takchamastamaya Sankalpena Samarpitam Dava Vibhu Pujangriarna Prabhu Atma Tvam Girijamati Sahachara Prana Shariram Viram Pujate Vrashayo Babu Gardachana Netrasamarthistati Sanjarha Pagayo Pradaksharaviti Stotrayani Sarvayadino Yatyak Karma Karomi Takta Akilam Shambhotavardhanam Karacharanakatam va Kayajam Karmajam va Shravananayanajam va Manasam va Paradam Vihitam va Sarvametakchamasva Jaya Jaya Karunabde Shri Mahadeva Shambhu Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Bolo Shri Umapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Offer to Bhagavan Sadashiva, the Shiva Lingam right here. Then we take these flowers as well. So now we meditate upon this beautiful light that is indeed present in the middle of this kalsa, in the middle of this bedi, which is seated upon that kalsa. Now that light is indeed the symbolism of hope. It is indeed the symbolism of Devi Lakshmi Mata. When we look at the beautiful form of Devi Lakshmi Mata, we see that she have 8 forms, right? And these 8 forms is known as the 8. It is what allows Devi Lakshmi Mata to be known as Ashtalakshmi. Right? And this Ashtalakshmi is where she is able to give to us the 8 forms of prosperity. And just as how she is able to give to us these 8 forms of prosperity, we also ask of her to remove the 8 forms of poverty from within our lives. So, clasp your hands together yet once more. You close your eyes as we all meditate upon the divine form of Devi Lakshmi Mata. Om Sri Mahalakshmi Namaha. सुमनस वंदित सुंदरी माधव चंद्र सहोधरी मुमये मुनिगण मंदित मोक्ष प्रदायिनी मंजुल भासिनी वेदनुते पंकज वासिनी देव सुपूजित सद्गुण वर्ष निशांडयुते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनी आदि लक्ष्मी सदपालय मां ऐ कलि कलमश नासिनी कामिनी वैदिकी रूपिणी वेदमये क्षीर समुद्भव मंगलरु Parnimandra Nivasini Mandranute Mangaladayani Ambujavasini Devaganachita Padayute Jaya Jaya He Madhusudana Kamini Dere Lakshmi Sadapalayama Pranata Sureswari Bharati Bhargavi Shoka Vina Sanratanamaye Manimaya Bhushit Kardama Vibhu Shiti Shande Samavrata Sanute Navanididayani Kalimalharini Kamitapal Pradashastra जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनी धन्य लक्ष्मी सदपालय मां धिमि धिमि धिम धिमि धिम धिमि धिम धिमि ढुंडु बिनार्दसु पूर्णमये घुम 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 शंख निधान सुवंदनुते वेद पुराण इतिहास सपूजत वैदिक मर ज्ञपधर्षयते जय जय हे मधुसूदन कामिनी धन्य लक्ष्मी सदपालय मां प्रेम से बोलो श्री लक्ष्मी माता की Jai. Or 5 flowers around the diya, stick it in the rice and bow. All around the diya. So you take this in your hands now. Om Apa Vitra Pavitrova. Hold it down like this. Good. Apa Vitra Pavitrovah Sarvarastangartopivam Yasmarita Pundarhikaksham Suvabhyantaraha Suchi Om Tatsa. Touch it to the bedi and touch it for it 3 times. Very good. Let's go. Come on. 3 black in front, right? Like concrete, buddy. Is that thing like concrete? Very nice. So Demitri, what we have done over here is that we have installed upon this bedi the 9 various planets. So what we have done is that we have made a replica of the solar system. Now, you know what is a very amazing thing? Is that puja of this nature was done centuries prior to where we are currently. And it is only when the Western Hemisphere has decided to begin to look into outer space and to study astrology and astronomy, it is where they were able to confirm what our Shastras was able to be teaching us centuries prior. Now, if we look carefully, we see that there is a red flag in the center. So, taking into account that this is a representation of our solar system, what do you think that red flag symbolizes? Which planet do you think it symbolizes? The sun. Very, very good. So, this sun continues to be circumambulated by the other planets. Right? Don't we see this is happening in our solar system? And our ancestors understood this science, and that is why they were able to compose a very beautiful mantra that states Adi Deva Namastubhyam, which means that the first of the Navagraha Devatas is who you are, and that prayer is none other, that is directed to none other than Shri Surya Narayan Swami. Right? So all of these planets, they circumambulate Sri Surya Narayan Swami because they are showing that his position in our solar system and even in Navagraha Mandal is indeed the highest, and he's the king of all of them. So we take these flowers in our hands now and we meditate upon the Navagraha Devatas as we ask them, Prabhu, if we have any grahas within our pathway, to kindly remove them. Bless us time and time again. Om Adi Deva Namastubhyam Prasidha Mama Bhaskaram Devakar Namastubhyam Prabhakar Namastute Brahma Murari Sri Purandakardi Bhanu Shashi Bhumishrato Buddhasyam Guru Shukra Shani Rahu Ketu Sarve Graha Shandir Kara Bhavantu Shirome Patu Martandaka Palangaro Hinir Patar Muktam Gharvaraka Pado Kandam Jashna Buddham Jivasara Padu Gaitu Sara Padu Varha Sarvangame Vacharto Sutadishtar Patur Nakshanti Vapuya Sada Shri Naura Devataya Namo Dhyanam Samarthapayami. Say Om Sarve Graha Kara Shanti. Om Sarve Graha Kara Shanti. Om Sarve Graha Kara Shanti. Bolo Sri Navagraha Devata Ki Jai. Offer it upon the 9 palm leaves and bow. Use your right hand, not your wrong hand. So, today, my dear Demitri, we are indeed very much blessed with friends, well-wishers, family members to witness this wonderful rite. You see, our scriptures teaches us that there are 16 sanskars that needs to be performed from the date of birth or even prior to that until the date of death. And one such rite that we do is called the Ved Arambha Sanskar. The Ved Arambha Sanskar is more or less what they commonly call a christening. And this christening ceremony is where you will be given a Guru mantra from myself into your spiritual consciousness. And this mantra is going to be your driving force to assist you in your spiritual growth. Right? Now, before I give you that mantra, there are certain teachings I give to all of my God children, and today you, being my intended godchild, is no different from it. Right? From here on onwards, your life is going to change, meaning that you are not only going to be a representative of your home or your lineage, but you're also going to be a representative of mine. And how you carry about yourself in society is going to deem a lot about the teachings that has been imparted from me onto you, and from your parents onto you as well. So at no point in time should you go on the outside there and live a life that is contradictory to these teachings. Understand? Very good. So a Guru mantra is going to be initiated onto you. Right? You have a mala for him? Yeah, let me get the sharp mala for him. Right? And at least once for the day, you would be reciting your Guru Mantra 108 times. So this is going to be your mala, this is going to be your protection. Right? This mala has 109 beads. Okay? This bead on top here, where you see the string is coming out, is called a meru. This is like your checkpoint. This is like your start and your stop point. Do you know how to use a mala? No? Okay, it's very, very simple. You take your mala and you place it on top of your lap, or you can have like a sheet or something in front of you if you're seated onto the floor. You never at any point in time allow your mala to fall flat onto the floor. That is not good. All right? So you take your mala and you place it upon your middle finger like this. All right? You put the other two fingers underneath it. You do not touch the mala with your index finger. And you let us say the mantra that I gave to you is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Right? Let me just say that that is the mantra I gave you. So you close your eyes and you're facing the eastern direction, and you take your thumb and you pull each bead closer towards you. So you start with the bead after the meru, which would be this one right where my nail is on. And then you keep pulling. So it would be Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And you go all the way around in reciting that mantra, and you stop by the bead immediately before. Right? Before the meru. Right? So you start after the meru and you stop before the meru. So by doing that, you have completed 108 offerings or 108 recitations. Now, if you decide that, okay, you know what, it's my birthday, or it is a very joyous occasion, you've done well in school, your mother and father are successful, and you say, you know what, I want to do, I have extra time, I want to do yet another mala of jap. You simply turn around the mala. So what was once the last bead, when you turn it around, now becomes the first bead, right? Understand? Too much for you to grasp, and yeah, don't worry, it's recorded, so you'll remember it. You'll go it over and you'll go through it again. Nevertheless, this is going to be your energy. Me, this is my mala, this is my energy. I do not allow anybody to touch my mala. Right? Because this mala is going to protect you. This mala is going to be that energy of yours. So even if you're doing your job and your mala bursts, do not be frightened with that. Right? Do not be scared or anything like that. Basically means that this mala had protected you and it has done its duty. Right? So that Guru Mantra has to be recited at least 108 times every day. Now, think of it like a seed. If I give to you a seed, the first thing that you're going to do is that you're going to plant it, not so? All right. So I've had that seed of spiritual realization, and I'm going to transfer it onto you. And I'm going to embed it and plant it upon your spiritual consciousness. Now the Ramcharitamanas teaches us of various ways in which we are able to allow that seed to sprout into a beautiful tree and therefore allow it to get fruits from it. And what does it say? Jajap yagya yogya muni karahi atimari chasubahu dharahi. Jap. What do? Jap is you're taking your mala and you're reciting jap. Right? Yagya. Yagya is not a vast yagna, but yagna can also mean offerings into the havan, where you can take your spoonful of ghee or your container of ghee and you recite your Guru Mantra inside of that. And yoga basically means that you are able to use that mantra at your free will. If you're walking and you're saying your Guru Mantra, that is fine. You are implementing that Guru Mantra in your day-to-day lives. And out of 24 hours a day, I don't think that 10 minutes a day is very difficult for any one of us to put aside for our spiritual growth. All right? So that is the law that you have to abide by. All right? Now, where and whenever you see me, it is your duty as my intended godchild. Note I said intended because you say yes yet. Right? As my intended godchild, to come to me, either you bow to me or you tell me Jai Sitaram. And that is the respect that you have to give unto me. Right? If you come home by me, that is your duty, that is your right. If I come home by you, that is your right. Okay? If you see me in a yagna, if you see me in a temple, in a puja on the outside, that is your right. But what happens now when you disrespect the Guru? Bad things will happen. See, there is a very beautiful katha in the Ramayana where Kakbhusunji is narrating his life to Garud. And Kakbhusund is a vulture. In other words, he's a kobo. You know, is a kobo? What is a kobo? Right. It is a bird that eats like flesh, like dead animals and stuff, right? So this vulture was being inquired from Garud, who is the Vahan or the vehicle of Bhagwan Shri Vishnu. Tell me your life story. Right? Long story short, he lived in Ayodhya for many years, and then because of drought and famine, he had to leave to go to Ujjain. Ujjain, which is a very dear place to Bhagwan Sadashiva. And going there as it was, Bhagwan Sadashiva was continuously worshipped there. Now, Kakbhusunji, when he went across there, he began getting a life, he began getting a job, and he began propelling himself upwards. But within that country, within that state of Ujjain, there was a very noble Brahman. And that Brahman, he saw this new person. And he decided for himself that I'm going to acquaint myself with him. So as Kakbhusunji, he was approached by this Brahman. The Brahman came to him and he began teaching him as he would teach his own son. Whether that Brahman had a child or not, the Shastras does not say. But when that Brahman came and he gave him the Panchakshari mantra of Lord Shiva, Namah Shivaya. Panch means 5, Akshari means syllable. So the 5-syllable mantra to Bhagavan Sadashiva, you know what Kakbhusunji would do? He would go and he would recite that mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. That's how he's doing it. He's reciting and he's turning around and he's watching to see who's looking at him. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. When you see Daddy watching, close the eye. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I know what Kakbhusunji did. He allowed the pride, he allowed the good words that a person would say behind his back. Wait, boy, Kakbhusunji could real pray. He's a real Bhakta Bhagavan Shankar. And it fueled his ego. Now, in this age of Kali Yuga, they say that there are 2 types of people. One is a blind guru and the other one is a deaf chela. You understand what I mean? What does that mean? You're not 100% sure. Okay. A blind guru means that a guru would see a chela is doing something wrong and would never correct him. And a deaf chela, because the chela would never listen to the words of the guru. The guru would speak as much as he possibly could have, but the chela would never listen. Right? Now, despite my eyes green, I could still see very clearly, yeah? Nevertheless, when Kakbhusunji, the Guru came to him and he spoke to him very, very nicely and he advised him, he said, son, what you're doing is not right. Turn your life around. Close your eyes whenever you would pray to Bhagwan Sadashiva. You pray to him with your whole heart. Don't worry about what anybody else says. Don't worry about how you may sound. You pray with devotion. Kakbhusunji would listen to him. Okay, yeah, all right, fine. And that is it. All right? So eventually, When Kakbusunji never listened and adhered to the words of the Guru came in one day while he was praying in the temple. And as the Guru stood by the entrance of the door, Kakbusunji praying Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. See Guru? He turned his head the next side. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. That same Bhagwan Shankar that he was praying to became very, very angry. And his voice shook that entire mandir. And he spoke to Kakbusunji. He says, you fool, just as how you sit there being unable to move, to go and welcome your Guru, so too you will take the form of an animal of such characteristics for 999 years. What animal does eat and sleep right there? What type of animal does eat and sleep right there? A mackerel snake, a python. Yeah. So just as how Bhagwan Shankar gave him that curse, instantly he was transformed from a human form into that of a snake for 999 years. When the Guru heard of this, he began praying to Bhagwan Shankar. Namami Shamishana Nirvana Rupam Vibhumbyapakam Brahma Veda Swarupam. He began praying over and over and over to appease Bhagwan Shankar. Eventually, when Bhagwan Shankar appeared, he says, Prabhu, I want 2 vardans from you. I want 2 boons from you. The first boon, the first desire, the first wish is that allowing my devotion to continuously grow at your lotus-like feet. And the second, hey Bhagwan Sadashiva, is that curse that you have given to my son, not my godchild, but my son, I want you to revoke it. Bhagwan Shankar said, no. He says, I cannot revoke it. Reason being is that if I revoke that, then Brahmins throughout this entire world would not be given the due respect that is supposed to be given. Right? Secondly, once a curse is uttered, it has to go through. However, I can make amends to it. Meaning that if that individual continues to live this way of life and try to propel himself as that python, he will indeed have eternal memory. So he would understand the mistakes that he has made in his previous life and know how he can rectify them in yet a future birth. So this is why whenever any of us sees our Guru, despite whatever we may be in, what type of position that we may be in, you have that duty to go and to show that respect to him. Right? Always remember, my door is always going to be open for you. Your father, your uncles, your entire lineage, your mom, all of us, we have a very, very close bond. Right? And all of us wants what is best for you. My door is, as I said, is always open for you. You have your god brothers here. You have your godmother as well. Right? We are all here for you. We are all rooting for you to live a proper way of life. And furthermore, to uplift the family's name. I know your great-grandfather, I remember he had a very beautiful bhajan. Whenever my father and me would go across to do puja, he would often sing, Pap sab bhaga bhakti jab sahi. He would often sing that bhajan. That was one of his favorite songs. You remember that, Scrappy? Alright? So, it's not now I know this family. I know this family for decades. Alright? So, my question to you, Demitri, is do you accept my conditions in you wanting to become my Shishya? Very good. So, my dear devotees, he has indeed accepted these conditions. So, what we would do now is that I would give you the Guru Mantra. And as I'm about to give you the Guru Mantra, I'd like to ask my wonderful Bhai to give us a bhajan as we perform this part.
आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन दे जो, आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन दे जो, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता। आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन दे जो, आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन दे जो, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता। ब्रह्मा तुम ही हो विष्णु, तुम ही हो ब्रह्मा, तुम ही हो विष्णु, तुम ही हो शंकर रूपा। सृष्टि स्थिति लय स्वरूपा तुम हो, सृष्टि स्थिति लय स्वरूपा तुम हो, तुम हो अनादि रूपा, तुम हो अनादि रूपा, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता। बंधु अनाथनाथा दीना बंधु, तुम हो आनंद रूपा। अज्ञान नाशक शरण संरक्षक, अज्ञान नाशक शरण संरक्षक, आत्मज्ञान प्रदाता, आत्मा ज्ञान प्रदाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता। आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन दे जो, आओ गुरुदेव दर्शन दे जो, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता, तुम हो जगत के दाता। ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव, 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 ओम गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः, गुरुर् साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अकन्दमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तमेन चराचरं तत्परं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द 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 संसार सारदा वनादिधलोका त्राणाय करुणा गणागणात्वं प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द। कीर्तन नित्य गीता वादित्रमाद्यान मनसुरसेना रोमाञ्चकं श्रोतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द। हरि राधे गोविंदा। विग्रहाराधन नित्यनाना शृङ्गाराटन मन्दिरमर्जनाय युक्तस्य भक्तस्य नित्युञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द। चतुर्विधा श्री भगवत प्रसाद स्वाधानते प्रणभक्त सांगम कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणरविन्द वन्दे गुरु चरणरविन्द। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः। राधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीलगुणरूपाणनाम्यं प्रतिकृष्णावडलुलुपपस्य वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्द वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्द वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्द। यस्य प्रसादा भगवत् प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादन गति कुतोऽपि ध्यायन् स्तुवं तस्य संज्ञां वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्द 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 वन्दे गुरु। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री गुरवे नमः। नमो परमात्मने नमः। At this time, we are offering prasad, naivedya to the deities. Most importantly, Bhagavan Shri Krishna. रघुकुल नंदन कब आओगे, रघुकुल नंदन कब आओगे, बिलनी की दागारिया रामा रामा रटते रटते बीती रे उमरिया रामा रामा रटते रटते बीती रे उमरिया रामा रामा रटते रटते बीती रे उमरिया रघुकुल नंदन कब आओगे, रघुकुल नंदन कब आओगे, मिलनी की दागरिया रामा रामा रटते रटते बीती रे उमरिया। शबरी बिलनी के जाए भजन भावना जानो रे, भजन भावन जानो रे। राम तेरे दर्शन के वन में जीवन पालो रे, वन में जीवन पाओ रे। चरण कमल से निर्मल कर दो, चरण कमल से निर्मल कर दो, दास की जो पारिया। रामा रामा रटते रटते बीते रे ओ मारिया। रोज सवेरे वन में जाकर पल चुन चुन कर लाऊंगी, पल चुन चुन कर लाऊंगी। अपने प्रभु के सन्मुख रख के प्रेम से भोग लगाऊंगी, प्रेम से भोग लगाऊंगी। मीते मीते बेरों की मैं, मीते मीते वीरों की मैं, हर लाई चाबरिया। रामा रामा रटते रटते बीती रे ओ मारिया। श्री रामाय नमः। सूर्य आदि नौ ग्रह देवताय नमः। वृंदायाय तुलसी दिव्याय प्रियाय केशवश्च च, विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सत्यवत्याय नमो नमः। श्री तुलसी देवी माताय नमः।
प्रेम से बोलो श्री सरस्वती माता की जय, Shri Siddhi Vinayak Swami ki jai. So my dear devotees, as you all were able to observe this beautiful and yet wonderful pujan that has indeed been done by our newly initiated godson, Demitri. You know, he has indeed done a very wonderful and an exceptional job, but you know, just as everything, it will indeed take time to understand the laws and the norms and the values pertaining to our dharma and our shastras. So Demitri, I must say that I feel very, very honored for you to be a part and parcel of my family. And as I stated earlier, that I'm always going to be here for you. And our bond just cemented even a bit stronger. So, my friends, as Bhai was performing those very beautiful bhajans, myself as well as Demitri was able to conclude our pujan to Devi Saraswati Mata and Shri Tulsi Mata. And, you know, when Scrappy and Geeta told me that they want to do this puja in such a very festive and a very celebratory sort of manner, you know, I often said that, you know, it was really, really a nice gesture. And Geeta recently told me, she says it's only one son she has. And, you know, as any parent would, they would often like to provide the best for that child. So hats off to both of you for performing and doing such a very wonderful and yet a very esteemed job. My friends, within our midst, we are indeed very, very much blessed to have... Huh? Yeah, okay. Within our midst, we are indeed very, very much blessed to have very nice members of the public. So you can go straight for the meantime. And I would like to firstly call upon none other than my wonderful Bhai Narad to give us a little blessings, to words of advice, or whatever it is you desire, Bhai, to this wonderful child.
Prem Sa Samapati Mahadeva ki jai. So today, one of the most powerful things that I've noticed our child has performed is that Gurudiksha Sanskar. It is said in this world, every one of us at some point we need a spiritual guide. We need someone to tell us what is right and what is wrong, because even sometimes in the world that we live in, the Maya, the elusive power of the universe becomes too much. There comes a time in our lives when the burdens of daily life, the burdens of our job, the burdens of school, our parents, the relationship between our friends, our loved ones, people in our home, when it becomes sometimes misunderstood. And in order to find that right direction, the Guru is necessary. In my recent times, many people have come to me and they've said, Panditji, I don't think I need a Guru, I know about life. I know what to do and I know what not to do. It is said very fortunate is the child who is given the opportunity and blessed by the divine parents to be given this wonderful moment to perform Gurudiksha Sanskar, or the ritual of accepting the Guru. And when one would ask why, and why should we have a Guru? Let me tell you how easy life becomes when you have a Guru. It says that when a child is born, from birth until that given day in which his sanskar is performed, so for example for a son today, from birth until today, at this point, being that our Panditji is accepting him as his Shishya, it is said all the bad karma that this child would have probably accumulated, probably as a child, the Guru takes every single thing from him. In turn, the Guru accepts this child to say, today, amongst all the gods and the stars and the universe, I am accepting all your karma from birth until now, because I'm about to prepare you for life. And that is why the Gurus will be there to guide you. The Guru takes everything, and today when the Guru takes everything, it is somewhat called twice born. Somewhat. Where the child now will enter into the world after the ceremony today, twice born, meaning to say he starts life afresh, but now with a Guru to guide. And from now until our child leaves this earth, it is said on the day that the child leaves the world, Bhagavan stands next to him and says, here's what? From birth until the initiation day, the Guru took all your bad karma. So you came back pure into the world. And from today until you would have met your last moment, the Guru was supposed to be a part of your life to guide you for what is right and for what is wrong. So now the Guru will take half of the karma from today until you die. In other words, a Guru takes 3/4 of the karmas of his Shishya by simply being the Godfather. He eases up the problems of your life by just being there. He takes away 3/4 of your karma by just accepting you to be the Shishya and the Godchild. That in turn is like a bonus in your life. That is why when we choose the Gurus, we choose the right ones who are in prayer daily, who are in worship often, who are doing devotion as much as they can, so that in turn, your life becomes easy. The more the Guru prays and the more the Guru does worship and prayer with a pure heart, your lives become easier. The purpose of a Guru is to uplift us. And today, as a wonderful message, that Guru mantra that you've received, child, chant it every single day. The moment you wake up in the morning and you open your eyes, chant it every single day. Whether if it's a minimum 3 times, at least remember it for the rest of your life. Because even if your Guru is not alive and you're in a crisis or a problem, the day you chant that mantra, he will still guide you. Whether it's through a sign, a dream, or something or the other, he will be there to guide you. Your Guru is not here in your life for today and tomorrow, and when he dies, it goes with him. No. He's here for a lifetime, so that when you depart, your life becomes a better one. So with that little word of advice in chanting mantra and chanting your Guru mantra every day, on behalf of myself, members of my celestial Gandharvas, we are showering upon you choices, blessings of the divine gods, more so and most importantly, blessings of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Lord of the Sanskars. So we do this one line of a mantra, and we're inviting Bhagavan Shri Krishna. To those who know it, Swagatam Shri Krishna. We welcome you into the life of this child, and may you bring a transformation of goodness into his life. Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna, Swagatam Krishna, Sharanagatam Krishna, Swagatam Swagatam, Suswagatam, Swagatam, Krishna. Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Special thanks, Bhaiji. We hand over to you again.
Thank you very much, Bhai, for those very wonderful words of inspiration. My friends, coming along, I also have within our midst a very, very close friend of my father. When my father was alive, this individual, he often had a very good relationship, and even when my father is no longer here, we still maintain that bond and we still maintain that noble relationship. And I speak about none other than our dear wonderful Panditji, Pandit Vigyan. So, most respectfully, Babs, aye. Ask of you as well to give your blessings and your words of inspiration and advice.
बोलो श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। ओम गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरुर साक्षात् परम ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री सद्गुरुदेव महाराज की जय। Panditji, thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Really, whenever I meet you, I always remember my dear friend, your father. Really, I'm always emotional when I look at you because I remember him. So today, Panditji, Naradji, wonderful again is just to be in your company, joining together in this glorious occasion of the mantra of our dear Demitri ji. He's Demitri, but I'm thinking now that he's Dhimahi today. Right? From Gayatri Mantra, Panditji is teaching you about what is Dhimahi from Gayatri Mantra. Okay? So he will tell you more about it, I'm sure. So today you are accepting mantra from your Gurudev. How important, my dear brothers and sisters, is to have Guru in life. Guru is he who lights the light of divinity in our own lives. Now it is easy to just say that, light the light of divinity. But what proof do we have of this? How important Guru is. Today, Guru has given you mantra. He has made you today accept being a hero, to be a soldier in Sanatana Dharma. A soldier to stand and to grow and to defend Sanatana Dharma. But you know how you defend Sanatana Dharma? You can't just defend the country or the people or everybody if you are not trained. You have to be trained in a particular way. So today, Gurudev has started your training. And he has started your training by, he gave a weapon to you today. You know what that weapon is? The mala that he gave. This is your weapon that you have to do your training. And you know what is the artillery that he gave you? The mantra that he said in your ear. That mantra is most powerful mantra. This, as Panditji was reminding, that if you have this mantra, you take care of this mantra, like a seed is being planted, how it will grow and blossom into something that is great to give fruits and help to others. This is what you are today, being given and put in this situation. So, this mantra that is given to you, it should be used now. How to do your japam. You use the artillery of your mantra in your mala, and how it will be utilized with great respect and divinity. Because there is something in religion, they will promise you something later on. But in Sanatana Dharma, it is telling you, you can experience that now in your life. It is not something that you don't know about. You can know about it now in your true experience with the guidance of Gurudev. So he has given you mantra. And just like my Guruji told me, this mantra, when you have this mantra, you can be alone sometime, right? But you will never be lonely. There's two things, to be lonely and to be alone. It is good to be alone sometimes, but to be lonely is not good. With mantra, you are never lonely anymore. And out of this mantra, when you do japa, you embrace it, you melt your own ego into it. All ego is gone. So then you are not separate from mantra anymore. Everybody gets mantra, and then nothing happens in their life. But greatness will come to your life when you utilize mantra properly. When yourself and the mantra is not separate anymore, you have become mantra. Every part of your being will be charged with Gurudev's kripa, Gurudev's blessing, planting that seed, that bija mantra, and you will blossom and grow. One other thing, most people speak in public, and maybe they will talk great things in public. But most of those things that they speak of greatness is what they read somewhere, what somebody else said. And it sounds nice. It may be great and good, and it is good to do that, to repeat those things. But with this mantra, if it is properly utilized with sincerity and guidance from Guru, what will happen? You know what is original thinking? Original thinking means out of your own self, mantra will give meaning of life. Mantra will give meaning of what all of this is. Mantra will give meaning of your relationship with God. Mantra will give meaning of true existence. Mantra is mantra. Man means mantra means to free. One of the meaning, how to free your mind. Mind is always caught up in all of these things in this world. How mind will be under your control rather than controlling you. So, I can talk plenty about this, but Panditji will do the rest, because I am sure, and I want to congratulate you and congratulate Panditji, because I know this family very well, and I know your family very well, and I know you a little bit more and more. Anytime I meet you, I get to know you a little bit more. And I pray that the kripa of Bhagwan, always remember, respect will be, Guru is Brahma, Guru is Vishnu, Guru is Maheshwar. Why? One day we will talk again too, because everybody will get fed up, you see, talking too much. So thank you so much for dedicating your life at the feet in service of Gurudev. Guru will reveal to you all the things that are necessary, that you can grow and blossom in this life, that you will be the light, one of the lights in this Bahal family. Okay? So thank you so much, all of you wonderful souls, for listening. And this is message for you. Maybe you have forgotten to do your japam. Do your japam. Use your mantra. You are all stalwarts in Sanatan Dharma. Let it count. Please let it count. Bolo Sri Bindraban Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Hari Om Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Panditji. So at this point in time, I always remember when I first saw you was by my uncle Panarajendra when Swami Brahmadev Upadhyaya came down. Really, really nice times there, man. Almost every night he manifested something and he gave to us. And, our, as you rightfully said, our relationship continued to grow more and more. And for that, I always pray to Bhagwan and I thank him for that, for introducing you and your wonderful Dharmapatni into my family. At this point in time, I'd also like to call upon Siudas to come and to give us his blessings as well.
Sitaram, Assalamu alaikum, Bangi Sahib, to each and everyone. I just like to wish Demitri all the best on this journey here now. And I'll do a little prayer for him here now. Adi Gayatri, Sumidan Sad, Sumidan Hans Utare Pad, Kotia Tasigate, Yam Baite Tahadok, Adi Gayatri, Sumidike, Hansa Ho Inishuk. Gate Tabjai, Sakar Dutra Hepachtai, Makatu, Tad He Dudi, Yaharam He Mukmodi. Oham Soham Namake, Age Karepean, Ajalok Vasakari, Kahibit Samjai. Bandi Sahib, I am from the Kabirpan faith, so I wish Demitri all blessings from Kabir Sahib to you and to the family, and may you continue your journey. Thank you. I pass you back to the Pundit.
Thank you very, very much, Bhai. Very, very noble words as well. And lastly, my dear devotees, we have a little bit of a treat for you all. We have the man of the hour, Demitri, who has prepared a very wonderful speech for all of us. And, you know, it is actually the first time you'll be standing in public, would you? Yeah, first time. And, you know, when he told his mother and father that he wants to perform this part, you know, the support that they would have given to him, it was really, really nice, because for months now he has been preparing this wonderful speech. So, Demitri, would you like to stand, or would you like to sit and... Right. So, are you frightened? No, don't be frightened. Mommy and Daddy right there. And I right here as well. So nobody can do you nothing. Nobody can do you nothing, not tell you anything.
Sitaram, Hari Om, and a pleasant good day to everyone. To all the dads, a happy Father's Day to you. A special thank you to my Guru, Pundit Satyam, and his family for always being here and guiding my family and I religiously. I take immense pleasure in extending my gratitude to Pundit Narad and his group for their melodious renditions. To all specially invited pundits, thank you all for gracing us with your presence on this auspicious ceremony of my Gurudiksha. Sincere thanks to my beautiful mom for planning this event and always pushing me to be the best version of myself. Dad, you are my hero. My heartfelt thanks for everything that you do. Love you both. I thank everyone for coming, especially my family members from Florida. For all those that took time from their busy schedule, Auntie Karina, Uncle Vikram, Mama Gina, Vijay and Auntie Rina. I hope everyone enjoys the delicious food and sweets that was prepared. Have a safe journey, Sitaram.
You know, for someone as young as him, how old are you, Papa? 11. For as old as you, 11 years old, to stand in front of, well, to sit in front of all of these wonderful individuals, you know, it really does take some true bravery. And, you know, I remember the first time when I was 14 years old, I did my first satsang, right? I was very, very nervous. And I didn't have the confidence, or even half of the confidence as you did. So, very, very good job. And I pray that Bhagwan continues to bless you as well. So, my dear devotees, as we are slowly coming to the end of this puja, Sandeep, organize the Havan Kun. Wood. You will take the spoon and you will offer into the fire. You will take the spoon and you offer into the fire when we say Swaha, right? So, my dear friends, we are about to join together now in the final Havan. And everybody, we all join together as one united family to perform this final Havan. Yeah, Achmanya. Om Sarva Papam Hare Devyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Mayadatam Griyanam Parameshwaram Hare Om. Offer the water on the fire 3 times. Sarva Tiratta Samaryukata Sugandhi Nirmala Jalaya Achmanyam Mayadatam Griyanam Parameshwaram Hare Om. Very good. Good. Just 3 times. So every time you offer with this spoon, you dip back into the Havan Kund. Om Shri, in the Tarya, sorry. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Swaha. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha Swaha. Om Ganeshwaraya Namaha Swaha. Om Garnajhishtaya Namaha Swaha. Om Garnasreshtaya Namaha Swaha. Om Gandhirajaya Namaha Swaha. Om Garnaguptraya Namaha Swaha. Om Ganangaya Namaha Swaha. Om Ganadaivataya Namaha Swaha. Om Ganabandhave Namaha Swaha. Om Ganashrutaye Namaha Swaha. Om Ganadishaya Namaha Swaha. Om Ganapratapiparamattanaya Namaha Swaha. Om Ganabhitapakarhaya Swaha. Om Ganamurdhabhishtikaya Swaha. Om Ganasvachandaganyaya Namaha Swaha. Om Ganarchittarudghalaya Swaha. Om Ganarakshanakrutabhavaya Namaha Swaha. Om Ganatipirathaya Swaha. Gaurdi Mataya Namaha Swaha. Kalasa Devataya Namaha Swaha. Shri Varuna Devataya Swaha. Shri Shri Devataya Namaha Swaha. Shri Kula Devataya Swaha. Gauri Mataya Swaha. Om Shim Lakshmi Swaha. Dhana Lakshmi Swaha. Dhanya Lakshmi Swaha. Vijay Lakshmi Swaha. Gajja Lakshmi Swaha. Santana Lakshmi Swaha. Ashta Lakshmi Swaha. Dhairya Lakshmi Swaha. Om Aim Saraswatyai Swaha. Sri Shardaya Namaha Swaha. Hansavahinyai Swaha. Om Bhurbhuva Swatatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasa Dhimai Dhyo Yo Na Prachodaya Swaha. Om Bhurbhuva Swatatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasa Dhimai Dhyo Yo Na Prachodaya Swaha. Om Bhurbhuva Swatatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasa Dhimai Dhyo Yo Na Prachodaya Swaha. Alright, so make 3 shares now. Recite the Guru Mantra that I gave you in your mind 3 times and offer the last 3 shares into the fire. When I say Om, each and every one of you all would recite your mantra. When I say Swaha, you say Swaha and you offer it. First offering, Om, Swaha. Again, Om, Swaha. Last time, Om, Swaha. So cut out everything, offer it inside of the Havan Kund. So, my dear devotees, let us all please stand as we join together in the final offering. Om Purnamidha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadayam Purnameva Vashishyate Om Sarvadevi Sarvadevatabhyo Namayom Swaha. Into the fire. Offer water on the fire 3 times. Om Etavanasya Mahima Atojayasya Purusha Padhuvasyama Vishwa Bhutani Tripadharasamritam Devi. Give him the flowers. Take the flowers from Sandeep. Fan the fire east, west, north, south, up and down. Om Adi Ter Namaswam Manumate Namaswam Saraswante Namaswam Deva Savitar Purusri Yajaman Patam Bhagam Patam Bhagavato Devasa Namo Namaham. Down. Very good. Rest it down. Devotees, extend your hand towards the fire. Om Agnarmi Deva Purohita Yagya Sadevayam Mritvajam Hotaram Artanathatam Om Agne Namaha. Touch to your eyes and over 3 times like an arti. Om Agne Namaha. Om Agne Namaha. Prem se bolo se Siddhi Vinayak Swami ki jai. So devotees remain standing, and at this point in time we would like to pass over to the wonderful group members to continuously Bhai Naraji, most respectfully, if you can give us the final arti. Thank you very much.
Jai Jai. Swami Jai Jagadish Hare. Bhakta Jano ke sankat दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. ध्यावे पल पावे दुख बिन से मन का. स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का. सुख संपत्ति घर आवे. सुख संपत्ति घर आवे. कष्ट मिटे धन का. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहु किसकी. स्वामी शरण गहु किसकी. तुम बिना और न दूजा. प्रभु बिना और न दूजा. आश करूं मैं किसकी. ओम जय जगदीश हरे. तुम हो एक अगोचर सबके प्राणपति. स्वामी सबके प्राणपति. किसी विधि मिलो दया में. किस विधि मिलो दया में. तुम हो है कुमति. ओम जय जगदीश हरि. जय जगदीश हरि. स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरि। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरि। ओम जय जगदीश हरि। ओम जय जगदीश। So while they're performing the arti with this final one, being requested from our wonderful godchild today, we dedicate this one to you. May you always be filled with strength, with happiness, with peace, and with success. Swaminatha Sachidananda Jai Gurunatha Sachidananda Swaminatha Sachidananda Jai Gurunatha Sachidananda. Swaminatha Sachidananda Jai Gurunatha Sachidananda. Swaminatha Sachidananda Jai Gurunatha Sachidananda. हम सब है तेरे बच्चे स्वामी। हम सब है तेरे बच्चे स्वामी। तू है हमारा विधाता स्वामीनाथा। तू है हमारा विधाता स्वामीनाथा। जीवन भर कर सुमिरन तेरा। जीवन भर कर सुमिरन तेरा। घड़ी घड़ी पल पल नाम लू तेरा। घड़ी घड़ी पल पल नाम लू तेरा। भर दे ऐसा दाता स्वामीनाथा। भर दे ऐसा दाता स्वामीनाथा। राधे राधे गोविंद राधे। राधे राधे गोपाल राधे। राधे राधे गोविंद राधे। राधे 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 गोपाल राधे। राधे 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 गोविंद राधे। राधे 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 गोपाल राधे। राधे 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 गोविंद राधे। राधे 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 गोपाल राधे। राधे 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 गोविंद राधे। राधे 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 गोपाल राधे। राधे 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 गोविंद राधे। राधे 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 गोपाल राधे। राधे राधे। स्वामीनाथा सच्चिदानंदा जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा। स्वामीनाथा सच्चिदानंदा जय गुरुनाथा सच्चिदानंदा। स्वामीनाथा सच्चिदानन्दा जय गुरुदत्ता जय हनुमन्ता स्वामी नाथा शिवाय परमेश्वरा शशिशेखराय नमो भवाय गुणसंभवाय शिवताण्डवाय नमो शिवाय 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 परमेश्वर शशिशेखराय नमो शिवाय परमेश्वर शशिशेखराय नमो भवाय गुणसंभवाय शिवताण्डवाय नमो भवाय गुणसंभवाय शिवताण्डवाय नमो शिवाय 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 परमेश्वर शशिशेखराय नमो शिवाय सुरपूजिताय गणसेविताय नमो शिवाय सुरपूजिताय गणसेविताय नमो हराय त्रिपुरान्तकाय शिवशङ्कराय नमो हराय त्रिपुरान्तकाय शिवशङ्कराय नमो शिवाय 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 परमेश्वर शशिशेखराय नमः शिवाय भवभञ्जनाय मृत्युञ्जयाय नमः शिवाय भवभञ्जनाय मृत्युञ्जयाय नमः हराय हरिपूजिताय गुहवन्दिताय नमः हराय हरिपूजिताय गुहवन्दिताय नमः शिवाय 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 परमेश्वर शशिशेखराय नमः नमो 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 त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दना मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् ॐ
शांताय नीरालंभाय तेजसुं भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्यन्माक्षभिर्यजत्रास्थिररङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुं स्वस्तर्णोभिः अर्णक्षेमदेव हितं यथायुः. So now as we are able to bless all of these various gifts, gifts. Om Apa Vitra Pavitrovah Sarvara Sangatopva Yasmareta Pundarikaksham Suvabhyantaraha Suchi Om Tatsat. Say Om. Demitri, say Om Shri Krishna Arpanam Swasti. Very good. So come back this side now. Let us close up the puja. And then after you can distribute the gifts to where they have to go. So as we hold these flowers in our hands, we join together as we ask that blessings of Bhagavan, that Prabhu, that just as how fire has the ability of destroying and burning everything to ashes, so to destroy and burn away our problems, troubles, sicknesses away. If we have faulted, forgotten, or made any mistakes in the performance of this pujan, kindly forgive us. As this wonderful child is indeed now stepping into a new stage of life, be that guide, be that protector, be that one that is able to protect him and give to him blessings time and time again. Om Mandrainam Griyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardhanam Yata Pujatam Maya Deva Paripurnam Tadastu Me Shiva Hare Shiva Ram Sake Prabhu Trividhata Panivaran He Vibhu Ajajaneshwara Yadava Pahimam Shiva Hare Vijayam Gurumevaram Pratidinam Gushalam Jayamangalam Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu cha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidyardravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Om Prem se bolo Sri Gajanam Swami ki Jai, Shri Saraswati Mata ki Jai, Shri Lakshmi Mata ki Jai, Vrindavan Bhai Lal ki Jai, Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. Jai Sitaram, everyone. Sitaram, everybody. Very nice. All 5 flowers upon the Deity. On behalf of myself as well as this wonderful family, thank you very, very much for coming out and being a part of this wonderful moment of history. I'd also like to thank my wonderful brother, Bhai Dan. Thank you very, very much, Bhai. It was always a pleasure working with you. I mean, you prepare everything as it is where it is supposed to be. And I pray that Bhagavan continues to bless in your hands to perform such duties and wonders. Meals are prepared for each and every one of you all. Arati Parasaram Panchana will meet you where you are. Please stay back and enjoy the rest of the festivities and have a safe journey to your respective. Thank you very much, guys.